Coca-Cola was making millions with the Nazis, but they lied about it for years. While hundreds of thousands of people were being bombed in Hitler's territory, a secret operation was taking place. An American company was crafting a beverage that would soon become a symbol of Nazi pride. This wasn't just any drink made by any company. This is the same brand that has brought you happiness and joy for your entire life. This is the untold dark side of Coca-Cola. But wait, how did we ever get to this point? In 1886, John Pemberton created Coca-Cola as a medicine meant to heal headaches, nervousness, and stomach problems. The original recipe consisted of water, caramel, natural flavors, and citric acid. But Pemberton thought it needed something more. So he added two powerful and addictive drugs, cocaine and caffeine. He claimed these were for the health benefits, but some believe he did it to make people addicted to his drink. Even worse, these special ingredients weren't ever mentioned on the bottle. And of course, the people who tried it started to crave it. They were addicted, leading to boosted sales and profits. Eventually, they were forced to remove the cocaine, but that wasn't a major issue since the brand had already become famous for its taste. Some say this was immoral and unethical, but that's just one of the dark ways Coca-Cola made money off its customers. Does this water look familiar? It's owned by the Coca-Cola company and is often sold at locations where you'll be spending a lot of time at. The Dasani water is known for one major reason, and it's not good. Minerals such as magnesium, potassium, and salt are added on purpose to make you even more thirsty. At first, it'll feel like a nice refreshment, but sometime later you'll be feeling more thirsty, leaving you to buy another and another. So instead of them profiting $1 once, they profit $1 multiple times. And if you think that's crazy, you can buy a different brand for a higher price, which is also owned by Coca-Cola. It's a sneaky trick that you can't ever win, just like their vending machines. These machines are quite nostalgic, holding a lot of memories for today's generation. But they had a secret feature that would profit them extra cash. Inside these machines used to be a thermometer, but it wasn't to keep the drinks cold. No, this thermometer was meant to track the temperature outside. On cold days, a soda might cost $3, but as the weather warmed up, the machine would automatically raise the price to $4, $5, or even $6. This left people with no choice but to pay that extra price, exploiting their need for a drink. After receiving major backlash, they decided the brand's reputation was not worth a few extra bucks, soon removing these features from all their machines. These are just a few examples on how Coca-Cola is willing to sacrifice their morals for a bigger profit, leaving us to wonder, what is the worst way Coca-Cola has made extra money? If these tactics are just the tip of the iceberg, what lies beneath the surface? To see just how far they went, we need to look at a darker, more troubling chapter of Coca-Cola's history. During World War II, Coca-Cola faced a huge problem. The war cut off their syrup supply from America, so they couldn't make their famous drink in Germany anymore. And that was a huge problem because at the time, Germany was their second most profitable market. To keep their business running, Coca-Cola's German branch created a new drink called Fanta, which was made from leftover apple fibers they had laying around. This clever move allowed them to keep selling at a location that was becoming even harder to sell at. As the Nazis took over Germany, Coca-Cola was in a tricky spot. The Nazis were suspicious of American companies because they thought these businesses might try to influence Germans to like America more than the Nazis. Even the slightest hint of liking America would cause them to shut down your business. So Coca-Cola needed to show they were loyal to Hitler's beliefs. Max Keith, who ran the German Coca-Cola, made a risky decision. To be on the Nazis' good side, he promoted Coca-Cola as a symbol of Nazi pride and success. The company even sponsored the 1936 Berlin Olympics, an event the Nazis used to showcase their power. At the same time, Coca-Cola was also supporting the American troops. They shipped their drinks to soldiers fighting in Europe and other war zones, using their drinks as a way to boost their moods. It was as if they were playing both sides, appearing loyal to the Nazis in Germany while secretly supporting the American forces they were fighting against. By 1938, as Hitler's power grew stronger, Coca-Cola faced even more pressure. The Nazis started taking even closer looks at foreign businesses, and Coca-Cola had to prove their loyalty even more to avoid being shut down. They held huge events with Nazi symbols and celebrated Hitler's birthday with a mass salute. These actions were meant to show the Nazis that Coca-Cola was on their side, not against them. During the war, Coca-Cola grew even more. They set up new bottling plants and used local resources to keep production going. They even employed the prisoners that the Nazis had jailed. Coca-Cola was determined to profit from the chaos, no matter the cost. After the war ended and the Nazis fell, Germany's Coca-Cola had to face the consequences of their actions. The company investigated Max Keith and his activities. They came to the conclusion that he was just doing what was best for the company. But the public, they never saw it like that. Coca-Cola faced major criticism and had to deal with the negative feelings now associated with their name. Today, Coca-Cola acknowledges this dark chapter with regret. They have worked hard to distance themselves from past mistakes and now focus on high ethical standards through recycling and supporting their communities. The story of Coca-Cola is a strong reminder of what putting profits first does to a company. So whether it was unfair vending machines, cocaine in drinks, or supporting evil, history is to learn from, as there's no better teacher than mistakes. Some argue that Coca-Cola manipulated its customers, but the real story lies with how car designers manipulate your choices. Click on this next video to find out how.